Hello yogis, this is YogaYely and I'm excited to share this flow to help you strengthen your focus and help you to be more in the moment in this mindful flow. So start in your Tadasana, set your intention. Take a moment here to just kind of breathe and settle the body weight on your heels through the legs, the pelvis, all the way to the crown of the head. And then when you feel ready, take a moment to walk your hands forward and find your downward facing dog. And just take a moment to feel the shoulders, the back of the legs. And once you settle here, reconnect to the breath deeply as you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Walk your dog, bending one knee at a time, reaching the heels down and lifting the pelvis. Reach your right leg up and back for three-legged dog. We're going to come into a Crescent Lunge, nice and slow. This practice is about moving slowly to help you realize how much strength and focus is needed and to deepen the breath, reaching the arms overhead. And just settle as you start opening the hips to find your Tadasana 2, Warrior 2, really expanding the breath. As you exhale, release the right hand down, find your side angle. Again, anchor yourself through the back leg, spiral the chest, look up and breathe as you inhale. And then exhale, you can bring the top arm behind you to wrap it around to find a little binding or half bind to allow that shoulder rotation to even open more. And then slowly you're going to extend that front leg to find your Trikonasana, triangle pose, using any type of props to help you create a space and to help you to get the breath flowing. Take one more breath in here. And then we're just going to do the same thing in reverse. We're trying to move slowly to create a little bit of awareness in the movement and the breath. So from side angle back to Warrior 2, and then slowly we're going to close the hip, lifting the back heel into your high lunge. As you come into plank, I want you to move slowly so you feel the engagement of the core. Plant your palms and slowly bring the front foot back and find your plank. Settle here, feel the strength from the core, upper thighs. And then as you can, slowly take your Chaturanga, engage the legs, lengthen through the spine, crown of the head up, and find a straight up dog. Pressing the top of the feet to lift the thighs, and then reaching slowly back to downward facing dog. You're going to notice that by moving slowly, you are more demand and becoming aware and focused. Same sequence on the left side. So take a moment when you feel ready. We're going to reach the left foot up and back for three-legged dog. Try not to collapse the weight on your hands. Use that back leg to shift and balance the weight. And then slowly, as slow as you can, find your high lunge. This is strengthening your hip flexors, your core, and of course to deepen the breath. And slowly, you know where we're going, so if you need a prop, block, take a hand here to place it around. As you come into your high lunge, engage the legs, feel the energy, and open nice and slow to come into Warrior 2, dropping the back heel. And be aware of the strengthen of the inner thighs as you stretch the hips. Let the core feel stable as you engage. Find your side angle. Planting your palms somewhere that allows you to create a space so you can rotate the chest. And if you're going for the half bind, slowly drop the top hand somewhere behind you. Maybe you grab the front thigh and allow that binding to help you spiral the chest even more. And then the same sequence, we're going to extend that front leg for Utthita Hasta Trikonasana. So take a moment here to adjust, settle the pelvis, sacrum pointing towards the back heel, crown of the head towards the front of your room. And spreading the fingers wide here to feel that energy reaching up towards the ceiling. Maintaining the core engaged, strong legs as exhale, go into your side plank. And then slowly from your side plank, we're going to press ourselves up slowly toward those obliques into Warrior 2. Reconnect to the breath. Sometimes we hold the breath. And then close that front, the right hip into your high lunge. And then planting your palms down, stepping back into your plank. As you come into plank, take your vinyasa, mindful, maybe a 4-second chaturanga here as you start exhaling. The slower you go, the more you realize the focus, concentration, and presence in the moment. And as you inhale, open in the heart, exhale back to your downward facing dog. You're going to take maybe 1 or 2 breaths in downward facing dog just to kind of observe the practice. Take an inhale, reach your right leg up and back, 3-legged dog again, moving slowly. We're going to come into the high lunge, crescent lunge again. The slower you go, the more you realize the need for strength. I say high lunge, but never mind. Drop the back knee into your low lunge. Reach the arms overhead and start scissoring the inner thighs. We're going to rotate the chest to the right, extend the arms out to the side. I like to call this a little bit of twist into low lunge and warrior 2. But then you're going to drop the left hand down, open the right arm up. So it's a combination of twist with side angle towards that front thigh. And if you want to slowly press up, square the shoulders, reaching arms overhead. And then you're going to release your hands back. Maybe tip down, and tip fingertips back into your plank. Start to notice if you want to take a vinyasa in your fingertips, that's going to strengthen your fingers. It's always nice for giving the wrist a little break. And then we're going to move back into our downward facing dog. And we're going to do exactly what we did on the left side. So we have another opportunity to stay connected to the breath, to be more mindful, and just to feel the body in the left side. Take a full breath in and slowly start lifting that left leg back. And remember, we're going to come into this slower transition that you can possibly work in here, doing it with grace. And then you're going to drop the back knee down. And as you settle your legs, your feet, you start working with the core to reach the arms up so you feel that you're growing taller in your low lunge. And then we're going to gently start opening the arms out to the side as you twist the chest to the left. Find that twist. Crown of the head reaching forward as you allow the chest to spiral to the left. If you're going for that bind, go for it. Otherwise, go back into, settle in to come back into your low lunge. Now here we're going to do a variation of vinyasa. So step back into your plank, nice and slow. Take a full inhale. And then as you exhale, try your chaturanga as slow as you can and then drop everything down. So instead of coming into cobra, see if you can interlace the fingers and lift your chest and legs for Shalabhasana. Breathe and then exhale, press to your knees and slowly up back to downward facing dog. You can go straight into child's pose if you need a little bit of break, a little bit of resetting. Sometimes moving slower can bring a little bit of heat in the body, kind of bring the heart to move a little faster because you realize how much is actually engaging. Sometimes the mind gets a little drained as well. So take a moment here in an active child's pose, which means the elbows are off your mat and you're pressing your palms. Connecting to the breath, observing how the body feels. And then here we're going to do some side bend. So walk your hand all the way to the right. And try to anchor that left hip. Try to soften that left shoulder. And then in your next inhale, come back to center and we're going to shift and keep walking the hands to the left. Softening that right shoulder, pressing into the right hip, nice and slow. And then we're going to come into Virasana here, hero's pose. So if you can sit on your heels or sit on a block, just take a moment here, rest your palms on your thighs, settle and lengthen your spine and breathe. And you're going to move the feet out to the side. If you need to sit a little taller, grab a blanket or on top of a block. We're going to come into Baddha Konasana. So the heels come together, knees open out to the side. Just take a moment here to double check that you're actually sitting on your seat bones. It's going to help you to settle the spine. And here you have two options. You can just simply grab your feet or just interlace your fingers around the ankles or your toes. Or you can just bring the hands behind you to open the chest. Or just lean forward like I'm showing here. It's a little forward fold. You can use a block. This is more restorative, more yin, Paschimottanasana forward fold, resting the head on top of the block so we don't create tension on the shoulder or around the neck. Just brief moment there, and then we're going to remove the block, and then we're going to come into Navasana, so a little bit of conditioning for our core. Find your balance in your seat bones, squeeze the inner thighs together, bring the chest into the thigh. So you're lifting your heart forward. And then of course you can play with any variation. You can let go of the hands or grab behind your legs. Continue to pull the heart towards the knee. We're going to come into half Navasana. Slowly, 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 slowly. Relax the shoulders, the jaw. Reaching the toes forward. And then come all the way down and hug the knees into the chest. Just a little moment here to rock side to side. We're going to come into bridge pose. So your feet are coming down. Palms are coming down. Settle the shoulders and the pelvis. And when you feel ready, lift the hips up. And then if you want to interlace the fingers underneath for a deeper bridge pose, walk the shoulder blades together and really presence through the heels, through the shoulders. Make sure the neck is relaxed. Keep your gaze forward and connect to the breath, observing the belly rising and how it falls as you exhale. And then gently, slowly come all the way down. And transitioning into your happy baby. You can grab the outer edges of your feet or bring the knees out to the side, maybe bringing the palms behind your knees, a gentle rock side to side. The entire spine is supported on the ground. We're going to hug the right knee towards the chest, and we're going to come into supine twist. It's always nice to release tension on the lower back. Just anchor your right shoulder, extend your right arm, bring the gaze to the right as you drop the top knee to the left. Stretching the outer hip. And then slowly we're going to come back to center. And then we're going to do bicycle legs as you switch sides. It's going to help you to just work the lower abdominals. And then again, prepare for that twist, extending and anchoring from the shoulder all the way to the left fingertips. Look over to the left, and with your right hand, gently press down as you twist to the right. Breathe into whatever tension you might feel on the lower back, middle back, or upper back. Soften, and then come back to center. And we're going to roll up and down a couple times in here to just massage those spinal extensors, those muscles around the spine. Sometimes gets tight and tense. Just rolling up and down, and then finding your Navasana. And here we have variations again. You can simply stay here or reach for your toes or grab a strap and place it under the arch of your feet and pull the heels up to help you bring the chest a little higher and closer to the thighs. Option, stay here or spread your legs out to the side as you continue to reach the crown of the head up, 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 and breathe. And slowly we're going to do that in reverse, bringing the legs together if you choose to separate them. Slowly release the toes all the way down. Very nice, guys. We're going to come into Paschimottanasana, so we're coming into seated forward fold. Sitting taller is going to bring more space around the hips and the hamstrings. So if that's your case, don't be shy. Grab a blanket and sit on top of it as you forward fold here. Scoop your belly. And if you need to micro-bend the knees, I want you to adjust the practice. This is a settled practice. So again, grab your block. A little bit of mix with yin in here. Instead of going farther and farther and pushing, I want you to give yourself permission to do a little less and just feel a little bit more relaxed as you come into the pose, breathing into that deep stretch sensations, not only in the back of your legs, but the entire spine. Keep your legs strong, keep the breath flowing, and just give yourself a moment or so. Just feel the pose in the body. And then slowly come all the way up. We're going to come into Uttanasana. So again, heels come together, knees out to the side, and we're going to do that on the back. So bring the arms above the head and grab opposite elbows. This is bringing a little bit of openness around the shoulder, around the pecs. Just open in the front of the chest in case there is any tension, especially nowadays that we tend to just tilt forward, right? And of course, if you're ready for Shavasana, go ahead and gently bring the knees together, extend the legs in front of you, relax the arms at your side. And just give a moment here to let the breath be completely natural and start observing the sensations of the practice. Settling the breath and feeling fully relaxed. The feet are relaxed, legs relaxed. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you need to, my friends. Otherwise, when you feel ready, start awakening, moving to come all the way to your comfortable seated. The Shavasana for this practice, when I do these videos, I keep it brief because that way you can either stay longer at home or just keep going, at least with your day. When you come to your seated, close your eyes, just take a moment to feel, to digest, to enjoy the effects of this brief practice. And I really hope it helps you to stay focused, to strengthen your ability to stay fully focused in your concentration and be more into the moment. Bring your palms together, bow your head, and seal and close your practice. Thank you for practicing with me wherever you are. May you be at peace. May you be at ease. Namaste, yogis. I'm just going to stay here for a little bit and just play a little bit in my yoga mat. So if you feel that your body's craving for more movement, you're welcome to just continue to move and finish before you move on with the day. I'm going to let you enjoy it and have a wonderful day. Thanks again, and stay tuned for my next video.